again, when I was hosting that Anime Expo, somebody said, oh, he was there. Ego Raptor, the guy who created it, was there, and so it just came up, and I said, oh, hotness, I want to bang you, and the crowd just went berserk, and because they don't think, I think they think I don't exist in real life, I think they think I'm just a cartoon character that disappears when I'm not talking,
It must be so easy to impress those guys, though, because anything you say in that Snake voice, instant classic, straight on YouTube, the works.
It's great. I mean, and doing an iconic voice in particular is very gratifying because, it's like Dan Castellaneta, who doesn't look anything like Homer Simpson, but when he walks up to somebody and says, I'd like to buy those potato chips, people just, it's like magic, you just can't imagine that voice really comes out of somebody. And so I was coming back from Toronto one time, and this burly customs officer, this cranky-looking customs officer says, takes my passport, and he says, what were you doing in Toronto, or, were you on business? And I said, I was on business, and he said, what do you do? And I said, I'm a screenwriter, and he sort of paused and said, you don't do any voices for video games, do you? And I said, that's right. And this guy just fell apart. He was like, oh my God, I'm such a huge fan, and all of those games, and he stood up and he shook my hand and said, best games I ever played, man. And he let me through with all my contraband, which was nice. And and it's great, and it really does. And so that's the most fun when I go to buy a video game or something, and I put down my credit card, and I just see them look at this guy the other day. He picked up my credit card, and he was about to say something, and he looked at my card, then looked at it again, and then he goes, I just forgot what I was going to say, and then I knew that he recognized the name, and so when I busted out the voice, he flipped out, and it's great fun. I mean, it's nothing but a lark.
Hey, I mean, the thing about voice actors that I've spoken to a lot of them, and they say that you get fame when you do that voice, but generally speaking, you don't really get bothered by people unless they recognize your name or recognize that voice. Is that the same for you?
Oh yeah, and it's beautiful. I mean, when I was a kid, I wanted to be famous. I wanted to be Tom Cruise, and I'm just so glad. I mean, it sounds kind of glib, but I'm so glad it didn't go that way, because fame is not, you think it's going to be great, and it's just absolutely horrible, just people hassling you all the time. And I really get the best of all possible worlds, where there's a lot of people that appreciate me, but people really don't bother me. And really, people are on the whole pretty nice to me, pretty supportive. Some people are jerks on the internet, but usually to your face, they're pretty nice. Especially if they've heard you kill thousands of people.
There's something that came out, I don't know, it was about a year ago, a couple of months ago, was that there was rumors of a Metal Gear Solid movie. And what was kind of fooled by that was Christian Bale was interviewed about potentially playing Solid Snake should it go to a live action thing. I didn't think he liked the question when they were trying to probe him about it even more. I guess would you want to play it? If there was a film, and figuratively speaking, if there was a film, how would you like to see it?
How would I like to see it? Ideally, I would like to see it be done semi-live action, semi-animated, so that I could do a motion capture performance and play Snake myself with the original voice. That's my actor's ego talking. That's the way I would like to see it done. If it didn't go that way, which is not likely to go that way, I would rather have my friend Hugh Jackman do it with me writing the script and sort of helping to sort of give him some insight into what Snake is. So that would be.
If Christian Bale did do it, would you be all right with that? If it wasn't Hugh Jackman but Christian Bale, would you like that, or just don't see it?
Oh, I think he would be fine. I don't want him to beat me up.
No, or have one of those on-set rants like last time.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell is David Anderson? Who the hell is this guy? Christian Bale is a fine actor, and he's obviously a significant movie star, but he's already Batman, and I just don't think that's, and John Connor, and I mean, I just think we could go another way with it. But I mean, you know, look, if the worst thing that happens to you is Christian Bale stars in the movie, that's still pretty good.
Are you nervous at all about that? Because I know that they've tried to do video game movies. I mean, the last Max Payne came out, and that was nowhere near what the game should have been. And you know, the Resident Evil films and the Silent Hill film, which I like, but it's not. You know, a lot of gamers were quite unimpressed with it because they get this idea of what a game should be. Does that come into your head at all? Like, it really has to be done right. I mean,
well, yeah, but it's Hollywood. You know, there's only so much you can control, and so, like I say, if I were writing the script and, you know, involved in the production of it, then yeah, I would really put in the time and the care to make sure that it was done right, and to make sure that it was not only honoring the games, but taking it to a new level and making it worthy of making a big movie. But if you're not involved with it, there's nothing you can do. So I would hope that it would be good, and if it wasn't, I'd just shrug and go on with my life.
Have you done the voice acting for the next two games that are coming out? I think it's Peace Walker and Metal Gear Rising. Have you done voice acting for those?
I finished Peace Walker. I haven't heard anything about Rising. I don't know if I'm in it. I have no idea.
Okay, fair enough. How did you enjoy voicing Peace Walker?
It was great. Peace Walker is very cool, and it really has a lot of fun stuff in terms of introducing characters that are antecedents to the characters in Metal Gear 1. And so I think people are going to dig it. I think the story was great, and it's you know, it's another. I mean, it's not like, you know, they did the Metal Gear Acid games, the card turning games, which are not really my type of thing. It's not like that. I mean, it's a full on. It was just not quite as long as like a Metal Gear 4, but really just the same amount of care and really sort of up in the ante story-wise, and it's fantastic.
Hey, I wanted to touch on your screenwriting. I know you've written and co-written a lot of films, and one of them you talk about in an interview that you wrote but didn't get the credit for it was the Hulk film with Eric Bana.
Yeah.
You must have had frustrations on films that you've written or co-written that haven't turned out the way that you wanted to.
Yeah, and that was a good example of that. I mean, what I did was I had written, I had been working on the Hulk for, I don't know, 8 or 9 months when Ang Lee signed on. So it was really my draft he signed on to, and I had really put for him as well, but I was replaced through the process by somebody else, and in the end, it's not my movie in any way. I mean, I came up with, there's a thing where they're sort of cutting a frog open, and I came up with that, and I sort of came up with the cabin in the woods, but beyond that, it's not my movie at all. And so, but I didn't know what they were doing with it, so I didn't really find out all of that until I went to the premiere. Or I guess during the credit arbitration process, I read the script and I was like, what the hell is this? You know, so yeah, that was, I mean, it's disappointing when you care about something, when you really work hard on something, and then they sort of discard that work. That's very frustrating, but it happens.
It was an absolute disaster. What did you think of the other one that they brought out?
I had my issues with that one as well. I think the problem, and I discussed this from the beginning, was I just didn't think that the Hulk should be CG, you know, because he's green and because he's made of flesh, organic flesh. I just, you know, I was like, I think he's going to look like silly putty. You know, I think what you should do is you know, kind of go somewhat old school on it and get some massive bodybuilder with some ridiculous body, and then use the computer to make him look 8 feet tall, 9 feet tall, or whatever, because real muscle on camera is very compelling, whereas CG muscle looks like CG muscle, and I thought they had the same problem in the second one, and I thought it had some story issues. I thought it was hilarious that